morning. Yeah, I'm making another video already, but it's because I want to clarify some points from yesterday. I get camera shy and I forget what I want to say. But when I was describing, well, when I was describing how we're down here in physicality, and this is outside of this experiment that's gone horribly wrong. You've heard, the New Age movement isn't really New Age. It's teachings from back in Atlantis that they've twisted all around. But you've probably heard of people talking about their silver cord. And I call it my silver serpent. But it's what we truly are. We're a waveform of vibration and light. And when I said the celestials were, taking me down and taking me up, it isn't like the machine and the beings in here that are messing with us. I volunteered for them to do that. Because what I don't know, it's and they can't know. And that's where we went wrong so many cycles before. So, if I don't know something, they can't probe my mind and find out what's gonna happen. If you get my drift. I got James Hetfield's signature when I went to see them in 2009 with the Death Magnetic Tour. I met him once before, and every time I get around that guy, I can't talk. Kind of like this camera thing, but worse. But anyway, I wanted to clarify that. Because they aren't doing it to be mean. They're doing it to combat this beast of burden, this machine. To the man who sold the world. David Bowie's song, The Man Who Sold the World. King Solomon. Lately I've been thinking that King Solomon, actually Aleister Crowley is King Solomon, who he was in Atlantis. I'm not sure, but I really think that Aleister Crowley was King Solomon, and before that, whoever his name was, he's the man who sold the world. And I think he started getting a clue this last lifetime of how fucked up he realized. I think this last go around, this last persona, that he really messed up. But he was so far gone and whacked out of his mind. And the butt games that he plays with other men, and he was completely freaking mad. So also I wanted to bring up, remember I said you'll share the same fate as the talking head that's lost all its tentacles. If you're not in the book of life, or even if you are in the book of life, if you haven't listen to what the celestials have told you to do, by this point, you're going to share the fate of uh, this thing that should not be. And what else did I want to talk about? Oh, I was listening to Black Earth Productions, his last video that he put out, and there's a guy on there, can't remember what his name is, but he's talking about how he was a woman before. You know, if you're gay, you're gay, but he sounds like he's, you know, a little queer. But and a lot of people talk about having lives of being you know, if they've been a woman, they're a man, and vice versa. And I have absolutely no recollection. In fact, I know for a fact I have never been a man. I've always been a woman. I've always been feminine energy, and I don't think that I could be a man, and nor do I want to. Don't get me wrong, I love the masculine energies. I mean, I couldn't imagine um, not having the masculine energies here. In fact, I'm not even sure if that would be possible. Um, so, like, when I came in this cycle, if my wave, my cosmic silver serpent wasn't residing within a woman, I was part of the prana, you know, the streams, the grasses, the brooks, the trees. My energy just resided in Mother Earth herself. Why I've been stuck here. Well, not stuck here, but working on a goal, working out a plan, working on the plan of getting this back on track of how it was supposed to be. But I do believe that there's another part of me that is of the masculine energies. And I guess the closest I can be to being a man is when we come together and unite and to become one. And it's not, I'm not saying that I'm androgynous, I'm just saying that in the celestials, outside of the matrix, the two forces, because they're separate entities, and they come together in a union. And so I don't know if you understand. I don't know if I'm explaining this right or not. Anyway, yeah, that's basically, because I didn't want you to think that outside of this physicality that the celestials are messing with me just to be me, like the beings and entities inside here, because that's not the case at all. Not at all. And so I want to read you a poem. It's in the works. It needs brushing up, but I'm gonna read it anyway. It's called In Mine a While. Flesh and bone is how I roam, as you live in mine a while. It's how we live, it's how we die. In me, okay, it's early. I'm still drinking coffee and I haven't brushed my teeth yet. Let me start that over. Flesh and bone is how I roam, as you live in mine a while. It's how we live, it's how we die. In me long, so long, I forgot. In the darkness of the light, I've broken free of all this flesh and bone. So now we shall truly roam free. Strange as it may seem, I am you and you are me. You don't have to ask, you don't have to speak, as I feel you in mine a while. You don't have to believe, you don't have to listen. You can act like you don't know anything, while I'm in yours a while. Words are not necessary, my dear, for I feel you loud and clear. I seen it in your eyes, it is written in my heart. Our souls shall never part. Strange as it seems, I am you and you are me, if only for a while. Don't say a word, just feel me in you as I feel the you in me, if only for a while. Anyway, I hope you have a good day and many blessings. Oh, I'm getting my dead, dying blue spruce cut down finally today and my oak tree trimmed up. I'm pretty excited about that. It's been bothering me. It needs done bad. My oak tree's growing over into my neighbor's yard. I mean, he doesn't really give a shit about his yard, but it bothers me. So, until next time.